Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the final episode of Ferrum Football First and 10. I'm your host, Jordan Mann, and with me as always is Coach Rob Grande. Coach, congrats on a great season.
Appreciate it.
We have a couple guests with us, defensive lineman, senior defensive lineman, Al Matthews, sophomore quarterback, Zack Clifford, and I'll start with you, Coach. Big win to end the season, and officially the win streak comes to an end, 6 games, 8-2 overall. What are your thoughts throughout the year?
You know, the win streak's not come to an end. It's going to have a little bit of a break.
Postponed.
We could have a baby between the two wins, but not that I'm promoting it. But it's good to finish the season strong and get these seniors who deserve a victory, leave their career and get some of the underclassmen some gas in their tank to get in the off season and get prepared for 2018. But
yeah, it's like Jimmy Rollins in the MLB had his hit streak all the way through the postseason. When they were eliminated, it kicked back up in the next season. So hopefully the win streak will continue when I'm not here week 1 of next season. To recap the game, Zack Clifford, you had a very big game, 3 touchdown passes. What was your mindset going into the final game at Maryville?
Well, we knew they're pretty tough up front and have a pretty good set of backers. And what helped me out is I think they're keying pretty hard on Brian. After the last 3 weeks he's had, I think he rushed for over 200 yards in 3 consecutive games or something. So they were keying on him pretty hard there at the beginning, which opened up a lot in the passing game for me. And took a lot of pressure off me there early to get some in the drink, as Coach Sproles would say, get some points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, 3 touchdown passes, and like you said, they keyed in on Mann. He had 32 carries, but for 94 yards, so you could tell they're stacking the box and eliminating the run. But on the flip side, on defense, Al, what was the mindset on defense trying to stop Maryville?
We was just stay in our gaps, dip the front, and really home in on our keys. Run after the ball. That's our motto as a defensive line. Make sure we're chasing everything down. That was our motto.
Yeah, and you stepped up to the plate. You had 10 tackles in your final game as a Panther. How'd that feel to lead the team in tackling?
It felt good. I mean, you always want to leave your mark, and it's always about how you want to be remembered. And I think that's be one of the games that my teammates will remember me by.
And one of the touchdown passes, not from Clifford, was by Johnny White, 8-yard pass, a little trickeration.
Man, we've been practicing a little, fake field goal, extra point. We do a few things and just felt we were up by 6, and obviously we could have kicked a field goal, go up by 9. But the way that our defense was playing, as Al said, and just that the kids were attacking all day, and I felt to be aggressive and kind of put a nail in the coffin if we could hit it, and then we'd done it in practice, and I felt confident that we could execute it. And Johnny did a great job getting the ball to Sam in the flat, and turned out to be the game winner as they went down and scored one after that. But it just a gut feeling about an opportunity I saw that our kids were aggressive. I wanted to be aggressive as a coach and put the game away.
And that you did. I mean, finishing with the big win, 8-2, and with a really good record comes accolades, and that is one thing the Panthers did thrive on today or yesterday when they came out. All conference teams, it was Mann, Lee, Al Matthews. You were second team last year, now your first team this year. How does it feel to finally be on the first team after being second team last year?
It's kind of ironic because last year when it came out, I texted Coach Grande. I said, "I'm not no second team."
He did. It's a quote.
And then
we probably can't say it on air how he said it, but
sorry.
Certainly motivated him.
He backed up the talk. I mean, that's what you want in a player.
Yeah.
You don't want a player that's all talk. You backed it up this season. First team, congratulations on that.
Appreciate it.
A couple others was Rod Smith and Jordan Patty, the offensive lineman.
Yep.
And second team was Josh Bear, Tyus Brown, Johnny White, and Sam Powers. So, I mean, that's handful of players that's on first and second
5 on
team.
each side, 10 total guys, and I thought it was a fair representation of who we were this year on both sides of the ball. And all those guys are deserving of it, but they're great team awards.
Yeah.
When you get 2 players of the year, that doesn't happen very often.
Yep.
But it represents our units, and I think Brian and Montel would say the same thing about those. And certainly these guys that got accolades by the other coaches. The other coaches vote for your players. I can't vote for my own, and I was very pleased with where we stood today when that came out.
Now, going off of that, Brian Mann was the Offensive Player of the Year, and Montel Lee was Defensive Player of the Year. Mann had over 1,500 yards and 17 touchdowns, and Montel racked up, I had it written down, 14 sacks on the season, so he was a force. And probably the player of the year for him was the strip fumble at Emory and Henry to secure that win, and that got the ball rolling on a successful season. So back to you, Al. How's the transition with you with a new coaching staff midway through your career?
At first I was like, oh man, here we go again, because as an athlete, you kind of get close to your coaches, and then when they leave, it's like, man, it's like a different change. But then it's all about trusting the process. And I had a relationship with Coach Grande before he had even got here. He recruited me out of high school, and I was like, we had already had a connection, and I loved how he gave me love when I was getting recruited by Emory and Henry, and then he kept saying just trust the process, and that's what I did. So it wasn't really a big difference.
Yeah, and you had playing time as well in your early undergrad year. Not undergrad year. When you were a freshman and sophomore, you played and you had snaps. So it was nice to see that you could still step in your junior and senior year and not only be productive, but very productive in all conference. Zack, my brother's a left-handed quarterback as well, so it's not unfamiliar to see a left-handed QB for me, but I know it's very rare everywhere else. Who was your role model growing up being a left-handed quarterback, or just quarterback in general?
I liked all. The little Joe Namath, I think, he was the shorter quarterback, and that kind of always gave me a little chip on my shoulder because I was always undersized as a quarterback, so that always helped me want to be better and more active and stuff at quarterback since I was always undersized. And
yeah, my brother's favorite player was Johnny Manziel, so that's why he's number 2. But he's left-handed, not
I'm a big
right-handed.
Johnny Manziel friend. Fan as well.
Now
College Johnny Mann.
Yeah, college Johnny
Manziel.
He was a legend.
Sure.
And he was a legend at Texas A&M. With you taking over, this your first year as a starter. How comfortable did you feel from the very beginning, all the way through the end at Maryville?
I definitely got more comfortable as the season progressed, and especially how good the defense was playing it. We didn't have to score too many points to come out on top sometimes. Really helped out. And then having Brian back there, who's my roommate, and he had an outstanding year as well. Really helped out and stuff. And then at the beginning of the season, me and Tyler English were going competing for the starting job there, and he got hurt in the Emory game. And then kind of after that, after he had to get surgery, I think 2 weeks after, and after that I kind of knew I'd be the guy. So just staying focused, and learning and developing and trying to listen to the coaches to execute. They put us in a good spot to win. So
now I got a question for all 3 of you. I'll start with you, Coach. Do you have any pregame ritual that you did throughout the season or throughout your career, like superstitions or anything? Old-fashioned, just you don't care.
I didn't have many. I just wanted to show up on time and be ready to play. Monday through Friday is my ritual to get ready for Saturday.
Al, what about you?
I just like to get to myself and listen to some slow jams.
Yeah.
Slow jams.
Be peaceful, at peace.
Yeah.
Jack, what about you?
Just relax, calm before the storm. Just kind of talk to some of the guys and try and stay by myself, listen to music.
Yeah.
Get focused mentally.
Yeah, that's how it was for me. I always had to be the same artist, pretty much the same handful of songs. Not the same exact time, but I like to have a certain ritual. And I also talked this to y'all on air or off air. What was the funniest film room story or most embarrassing film room story where you just like knew going in, like he's gonna just eat me up? Al, do you have any?
I think when we played Methodist, quarterback threw the ball, and the coach had been harping all week, stay on your feet, stay on your feet. So I jumped up, and the guy put me on my back, and the whole room was laughing. So that was probably my funniest moment.
What about you?
Mine was at Methodist. I think it was a pass play, and I got pressure, and I started scrambling. I was running to the sidelines, and I thought the corner was going to try and take my legs out, so I was like, okay, I'm going to hurdle him. And I jumped right into his arms, and he freaking slammed me.
Oh
and
my
I knew I was going to get a earful in film Monday morning, and all the guys were cracking up.
Yeah,
Coach Reese got on me for that.
Mine, like I said to y'all, there was definitely I airballed a free throw, and that film session was not fun. Just he going for it was like John Gruden had the thing, and it was just shoot the air ball, rewind it, watch it again, rewind it, and I was like, please, just let's move on to the next play. Last question for you, Al. What are your plans after graduating?
After graduating, going to the military.
Okay.
And start my career there.
That's awesome. For Zach, what are you going to work on this offseason and improve next year going off an 8-2 season?
I really think we set expectations this year for next year, especially with the young guys coming in. Hopefully they buy in, kind of like we did this year. And ending on a 6-game win streak, we obviously want to, that'll give us some fuel in the off season. Want to keep that going for next year and just continue to work hard and get better.
And Coach, with it being now the off season, what are your plans during the off season?
Yeah, a lot of resetting the calendar for the guys that are still in the program, finishing this semester the right way. When we come back from Thanksgiving, the recruiting cycle picks up for us, and taking some time with the family. And my son plays in a state championship game tomorrow night, so I'm gonna go watch him, be
That's
a dad
awesome.
a little bit, and just try to make Ferrum better every day.
Well, good luck to your son, and Coach, thank you as always. As this is the final episode for myself for Ferrum Football First and 10. It's been fun for the last couple of years. Coach, thank you.
Yep, appreciate you.